It's been a week since I blew a hydraulic line, and I've reread the SeaStar manual cover to cover for the cylinder, and the specification for the compression nuts is to hand tighten and then with a 5/8 wrench rotate 1.5 turns. I'm thinking I must have struggled with counting to 1.5, and I think the reason was in the cabinet it's so tight in there you can't actually spin a wrench a full 360. It's more like 1 or 2, maybe an eighth or a quarter turn, and then you got to reseat the wrench. And just maybe I lost track of where I was on the nut. There's like 16 or 17 compression fittings in total in the system, so maybe on that one I just kind of blew it. I've since gone through and re-tightened every fitting except for this new hose that I need to replace, and on these 2 new fittings what I've done is marked one side with a paint pen, so I'll be able to count correctly to 1.5. I have 5 quarts of new SeaStar fluid. Once the wife and kid get up here to the boat, I'm going to need their help to pour new fluid into the helm pumps and spin the wheel as I operate the bleeder valve in the lazarette. I've got some new steering hose, and I'm going to make the new hose run a little bit longer than the old one. I think I may have had too tight of a bend in the radius, and possibly that contributed to that specific fitting not holding the hose. I've got my new hose out in the sun warming up, so it'll be a little more pliable, workable. I've got this Permatex hydraulic pneumatic thread sealant. I'll put a little of this on the threads. Ooh, and drip it all over the place. Okay, that's 3/4 of a turn. 1.5 turn. One. Next, I'm going to crawl into the lazarette and loosen one of the bleeder valves on the cylinder and drain all the fluid out of one side of the system. Once that's complete, I'll switch over and bleed the other side.
Well, there, it's pushing a little air. Just keep working it. Yeah, it just might be a little firm pressure, and it'll keep pushing fluid through.
Okay.
Push a little harder. You can go as fast as you want to the point where you're about to push air in. As fast as you can without pushing air in.
Why is it turning red?
Because the other fluid I had in there was aircraft hydraulic fluid. It's red.
That's big.
Some more boats in this finger now.